Welcome everyone. Climate change is a change that average temperatures and the cycle of weather over a long period of time. Since 1880, since we kept thermometer-based records of the global surface temperature, what is happening to the global temperature, the planet is becoming warmer, the climate is changing. Over millions of years, species become adapted to survive in the conditions in which they live. A stable climate support this process and allow living things to thrive. If the climate change quickly, organizations do not have enough time to adapt to the new condition and may no longer be able to survive. Climate change disrupt weather pattern and the cause extreme weathers event to become more common. These include hurricane activity, drought, and floods. As the global temperatures has increased, so has the number of report neutral disaster. Why is climate change a problem? Rising temperatures are the cause sea level to increase. The rising coastal areas destroying habitat and displacing whole populations from low-lying area. Rising sea level are driven by the two main processes. Ice melt when the atmospheres and ocean get warmer. Ice sheets and glacier melt result in the additions of the fresh water to the ocean. Thermal expansion and ocean's water get warmer, it expand causing sea level to rise. The increase in global temperature is caused reductions in the sea ice. This cause problem for animal that depends on the ice to harns melt to sleep. The bright surface of the ice reflects 80% of the sunlight that is heated back into the space that keeps the polar regions cool and moderates the global climate. When the area of sea ice is reduced, less sunlight is reflected back into the space. This causes more ocean warming and reduce the sea in ice ever further. This Facebook driver's first climate change. The orange line of the pictures make the average minimum sea ice coverage from 1981 to 2010. The white ice shows the minimum sea ice coverage in 2020. The difference between two exceed 1 million miles. Why is climate change a problem? No matter how fast we act, the global temperature is said to continue rising as a result of greenhouse gases that are already in the atmosphere. The problem that we are already experiencing are going to ourselves. Acting quickly to keep the temperature rise to minimum is extremely important for the human and wildfire. Why the climate change is a problem? Carbon dioxide, metaphors, and the water vapors are the greenhouse gases that are found in the atmosphere. Energy travel from the sun to Earth as a shortwave radiations. It does not interact strongly with the greenhouse gas molecules, so it reacts the greenhouse surface. The Earth's surface emits long with radiation that this does interact with the greenhouse gas molecules. The greenhouse gas molecules absorb some of the energy trapping in the atmosphere. This process keeping the Earth warm and is essential for life. The higher the portions of the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more radiation is absorbed. This causes a rise in the temperatures of the Earth and known as the greenhouse effect. Climate change can be caused gradually by the natural process or sudden by the leverage such as the massive meteor strike or the volcanoes activity. However, the rapid climate change we are experiencing now is due to the three main human activities: burning fossil fuels, deforestation, reduce of diversity. The 50 less developed countries are thought to have contributed 1% of the greenhouse gases that have caused global warming. Who does climate change affect in the long term? Everyone will feel the effect of the climate change. However, some people are getting more affected than others. In most cases, the welfare of the prospect countries has come from activities which contribute to the greenhouse gas emissions. The poorest countries are less able to adapt to the climate change and therefore suffer the most from its suffer. Social justice. Social justice relates to the fairness within a society. The idea of social justice is that people should have equal access to wealth, health, opportunity, and privilege within the society. The imposes of the climate change disadvantaged group of the people. Most climate change justice means looking at the climate crisis from the perspective of the justice. We have the responsibility to the consider the most vulnerable when planning action plan. Who can fix it? Government, business, we can all make this choice and we can also use the voice. New opportunity. The transition to a low carbon economy is the years ahead bring with it many opportunity. Innovation is the process of turning the idea into the solution that solve a problem. Transition to the low carbon economics will provide a lot of opportunity for innovation. There will be need for people living educations to things effectively, to come with new idea to products and technologies, and explore new conversation method. New job sectors will be created, and the new skill will be valued in the job. COP26, 197 countries have the sign up to the United Nations Framework Conventions of the Climate Change. The UNFCCC aims to prevent human activity from causing dangerous level of climate change. Every time the member nations meet, it calls COP, and which stands for Conference of the Parties. They look at the current state of the climate and discuss of the activity that will that is climate change. What will happen to the COP26? In 2015 to COP2021 in the Paris, national signed an agreement that set out of the ambitious plans to take climate change. In this Paris Agreement, national agreed to the restrict global temperature increase 2 degrees Celsius within effort to the limit 1.5 degrees Celsius. What will happen of the COP26? The Paris Agreement instruction government to renew their committee to lower their emissions every 5 years, each time becoming more ambitious. Global carbon dioxide emission continue to raise the Paris Agreement. In the same year that the Paris Agreement was signed, 17 Sustainable Development Goals were adopted by the United Nations member of state. So these are the 17 goals, which is very much important, and speak up to can make sure the world leaders know we are continue on the themes. Your MP is the person who represent your community. You can also reach out to the business and our local council. Act as a school community, we can help the fight against climate change and biodiversity. The changes that we make as a school are seen by the lot of people in our local community. These are the different kind of issues we are solving, and if we can solve this climate change, we can solve many problems in the world. Thank you. Bye bye, and take care.